Right now, escalating military tensions between the US and Iran are driving high volatility into global energy markets. The threat of conflict near critical shipping lanes has analysts bracing for a major supply shock. With military naval fleets actively operating in areas like the Strait of Hormuz, the cost of moving oil has spiked. This militarized bottleneck is driving up fuel prices for economies worldwide, including neighboring India. Yet right next door, the Shehbaz Sharif administration in Pakistan is moving in the opposite direction. They are rapidly slashing fuel costs. On May 29th, the government announced a massive 22 rupee drop for both petrol and high-speed diesel, branding the move as an Eid gift to the public. This chart illustrates the pricing trends over the month of May. Notice the steady downward trajectory. Petrol has dropped by a total of 33 rupees, while diesel has fallen by nearly 34. How exactly does a nation known for deep financial strain manage to make fuel cheaper, right when the rest of the world is bracing for higher costs? A sudden discount of this magnitude defies standard market logic. To explain the math, we have to look at the domestic pressure forcing the government to pull aggressive political levers behind the scenes. In March and April, Pakistan's urban centers reached a breaking point. While traffic sat gridlocked, fuel prices suddenly shattered historical records. Comparing fuel prices to the historical average, early spring saw a sudden spike to 414 rupees per liter, an unprecedented level. This immediately crushed the logistics sector, making the transport of basic goods and daily transit fares impossibly expensive. The economic squeeze triggered immediate public backlash. People poured into the streets in mass protests, demanding relief from an unsustainable cost of living. For the current administration, those street demonstrations were a loud warning. The inflation crisis was quickly morphing into a direct threat to their political authority. The May price cut served as an emergency triage maneuver. The state needed to pacify the public and prevent domestic instability from collapsing entirely. But the mechanics of the drop still seem impossible. Where did a cash-strapped state actually find the capital to artificially depress national fuel prices? Pakistan's economy operates under strict financial oversight from the International Monetary Fund, which severely limits the government's ability to hand out subsidies. A core part of that oversight involves the IMF levy target. This is a mandatory tax collected on every liter of fuel sold, designed specifically to help the government pay down its national debts. However, the government found a temporary loophole. They managed to hit their broader national tax collection targets for the current fiscal year much earlier than expected. This early tax success created a window of flexibility. Instead of using dips in global crude prices to collect more tax, the government rerouted those savings to consumers. Officials also shrank corporate profit margins, releasing the total savings in 3 waves throughout May. By leveraging a rare moment of tax compliance and squeezing the oil sector, the administration successfully bought a period of domestic peace. On the ground, the strategy worked. The public received a break from the inflation cycle in time to participate in the Eid-al-Adha holiday markets. Freight rates and public transit costs are finally stabilizing, which has effectively cooled the anger that fueled the spring protests. But Pakistan remains an import-dependent economy. This local relief is highly conditional and temporary. The 33 rupee price reduction is a highly calculated, short-term survival tactic designed to keep the current government afloat through a volatile season. While consumers enjoy the relief today, the country is still trapped in a delicate high-wire act, caught between strict IMF debt rules, increasingly restless citizens, and an unpredictable global energy market.